Hank, our sports information director, gives me the opportunity to say anything I want on these things. That's pretty dangerous from his point of view. And so I want to go a different direction this time than I did before, but I got to give a quick update about the team. Last time I was here, I was talking about the challenges of having this much ability, playing the schedule we're playing, and losing and tying almost every game for a month. And I ended that by saying, you know, maybe I'm the emperor with no clothes on, and I'm the only one that thinks this, but I think this season could still end well. Well, we're a long way from that, but we are 3 wins, no losses, and no ties in conference against the 3 best teams, not necessarily the 3 best teams in conference, but the 3 that were voted to be among the top in the conference. And so could not be prouder of these young men and how they've not got on each other, got on the coaches, even got on themselves, to see that they're a good team, that it took a while for us to gel together, but I'm extremely optimistic about what can happen from here. Now, having said that, I'm going to make a complete different transition. I was coaching a club game the other day, something I don't like to do, except my daughter's on the team, so you know, you do things for your kids. And something came up that I feel very strongly about that's happened many times over the years. We were playing a team that's probably the best known team in the state of Illinois. And I heard more verbal assaults and verbal abuse in one game than I'm used to hearing in a season from most college coaches. At one point, a young lady had been required to run laps the entire second half, and I'm assuming she was being punished for what she did in the first half. When she came over after about 20 minutes of running laps in front of everybody, it had to be very embarrassing. She sat down and the coach yelled at her that don't blame him for the fact that she had to do this, but because it was her, because she wasn't doing what he had told her to do, because she was either too lazy or, and I quote, too stupid to do what he wanted her to do. And he's yelling this in front of everybody. And I, for a long time, have felt that we have a real crisis in this country. A crisis that is leading young men, and especially young women, but both genders, to really lose a sense of who they are through the abuse that they're receiving from coaches. But the fact is, because the parents of those kids are sitting in the stands over there, we're always reluctant to say something because we figure, well, if their parents don't care, we shouldn't care either. Well, at the risk of sounding melodramatic, but Brett will tell you that it will be the first time I've been melodramatic. A wise man once said that evil thrives when good men refuse to do anything. And I have made the decision that I am not going to sit by and let this kind of thing happen without saying and possibly doing something. And I don't know if 5 people are going to see this video blog, or if 500 or 5,000 are going to see it, but I'm hoping that everyone who cares about young people, because there's lots of research out there that says, for example, that girls are more likely to marry an abusive husband if they have an abusive coach. And I am hoping that we get off the sidelines, forgive the cliche, and start saying something. And let me be very specific. I wrote an article for the San Diego Union Tribune called Secondhand Child Abuse, where I talked about the fact that we would never do this to our own kids, but we'll pay men $5,000, $6,000 a year to do it to them, all in the hopes of getting a Division I scholarship. And it's an article that I try to document the fact that we're hurting and significantly harming a whole generation of kids by allowing these kind of coaches, and they're everywhere. It is absolutely epidemic. And I would encourage, I've never said anything like this before, but I would ask everyone watching this video blog to consider emailing me, Giuliano, michael.giuliano@wheaton.edu. If you don't know how to spell it, go on the website, you can find it. And ask for me to send you the link from the San Diego Union Tribune article. I'm excited about the fact that I guess there's about 12 regional or national youth organizations out there that have actually put the article on their website. And I would like to get it out there even farther, not because I wrote it, but because I think it talks about this very, very serious problem. And the fact that this is maybe the most powerful club in the state of Illinois, there's going to be repercussions for me being public about this, but I'm not going to take it anymore, to be honest with you. We're hurting kids, and whether or not their parents realize it or not, we have a moral obligation to do something about it. So if you're watching this, if you like me really are concerned about the state of youth coaching, and you should be, at least say something when you see abuses, but also consider the practical step of maybe asking for that website for the article and sending it to everyone you can, because I think it gets people talking. They might not always agree, but they're going to talk about it. And if we start talking about this, maybe we'll do something about it. And maybe we can actually get to the day where the idea of an abusive man or woman coaching our children is unthinkable. I think that's possible in our lifetime.